TIFU by ruining my boyfriend's proposal he had been planning for 3 years.
So this happened last night and I still feel so bad that I figured this out. My 32F and my boyfriend, 31 meters, have been together for 3 years as of yesterday. Lately we have been talking a lot about getting married and starting a family. When we started dating 3 years ago we both knew that's what each of us eventually wanted. I've been hinting that I'm ready to get married and have been feeling like he's dragging his feet a little bit. He would always be very coy about it and say things like "just you wait." I thought this would have happened months ago and I have just been trying to be patient and trust that he will propose when it's time.
Since we started dating, he gives me a card for every holiday, like Valentine's Day, birthdays etc. He would always write the longest, sweetest cards that were kind of unlike him and always very personal and emotional. He would talk about trips we had taken and they were seriously the sweetest cards anyone has ever given me. So I saved every one of them because they mean so much to me. I noticed that there would be little doodles and certain letters would look weird or have little marks on them pretty much from the first card, and he blamed it on his shitty handwriting, which I believed. It wasn't overtly obvious, so I just was like, okay, whatever, the card is great. Over the years every card would be marked up like that and I just stopped paying attention. Getting his cards was what I looked forward to the most on special occasions, more so than any gift or flowers. Yesterday, he gave me a beautiful necklace and the sweetest card he's written thus far. There was a lot of talk about us being together forever and how I'm his person and things like that. It actually made me cry from happiness. So later in the night he goes to play guitar and I decide to reread the card because I am all in my feelings at that point. I then notice a question mark on the back. Then I notice that certain letters in this card are circled. I had a big brain moment and thought this must be some kind of riddle. The words spell out ARRYME. Without thinking I say, of course I love you babe. And he looked like he'd seen a ghost. Every card he has ever given me has spelled out his proposal. That's what the weird marks by the letters were for. He said that he knew he was going to marry me when he met me, and has been planning this for 3 years. He said he planned on telling me to gather up the cards and say it was a game from Facebook or something so I would spell it out and he would propose. This was supposed to be the last card. I can't believe I didn't figure it out earlier, and he basically told me he is going to just throw the ring at me now, joking of course. My boyfriend proposed to me like the Riddler and I figured it out too early and ruined it.
Honey, gather all the cards I've given you. We are going to play a game. I threw out all the cards. A TIFU that doesn't involve bodily fluids or parents finding sex toys. I love it.
You're a wizard, Ari.
This is a nice story. Now you can take the next 3 years accepting by writing cryptic messages in his cards. Congrats though. I'm not a horribly romantic type. My wife isn't horribly either. But I wanted to do something fun when I proposed. I had a number of ideas. But one night when I was picking her up from her sisters, who lived near a lake, I decided to spur of the moment walk her down by the lake to propose. Even that almost didn't work because she was like, "Why? It's chilly out. What's down there? Lol." Wait. I'm confused. What were the letters on the previous cards? What order were the letters going in? Haha. Was "Arimi" all on the most recent card? It sounds like he definitely loves you. And you love him. You didn't ruin anything. It may not have gone as planned. But the plan was to marry you. So just enjoy life. You didn't foo. You just beat him to it. You'll certainly remember it forever though. Did you say yes? I think you just got yourself a US band babe. Proposed like the Riddler, figured out too early. That looks like a potential Batman. Woman rather. Candidate to me. That's actually super thoughtful on his part. But you can't be upset about figuring it out. The clues were always there. He just underestimated you. Well, that actually makes you his perfect partner in crime because you figured out his riddle. Good luck. Happy for you. I worked a bunch of overtime to get the ring early from the jewelers. That weekend I was going to propose. I had a videographer, flowers, the works. The waiter was going to spill my drink on and when I went to the bathroom to clean up I would change into a tuxedo. By the way, this was our restaurant. We knew everyone there, so this wouldn't have been a public embarrassment. Day before the proposal, the jeweler called with a survey asking how she liked the ring. So my proposal was like, here ya go. I mean, we just celebrated our 28th anniversary, so I guess it turned out okay. But still, dick move. Jeweler. This might be the most wholesome TIFU ever. Doesn't sound like you did anything wrong. He spent 3 years planning it and britted it at the last moment. Sounds like you'll be fine though. You should gather it all up and make a big framed display of it all. Could have it at the wedding. Would probably be quite the thing for your guests to see. Then you'd be able to hang it up somewhere after. LMAO, what if you didn't save the other cards though? But that's great, haha. You were a little ahead of me on that one. Try to keep in time with the jokes. Groucho. I don't think you ruined it. Congrats! Exclamation mark. Not to take away from how sweet this idea was, but that's 100% on him. You don't give the final piece of the puzzle if you're not prepared to kick off the game. Especially if the first 5 pieces are op, I, lo, they, you, and the 6th piece is, will you marry me? Quote. Exaggerating OBVS.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.